So the Philippines remains a puppet and a colony of the U.S. And it has been assured so because we have these 3 agreements, and that was not sufficient. They had the EDCA. And the EDCA was a development of 3 agreements. The agreements before was very familiar to what you have, where troops are not required to present passports. They can go anywhere they please, etc., etc. And the proof of the pudding was when one American Navy serviceman killed a prostitute. Now, this prostitute who was killed by the serviceman happened to be a transvestite. So, in effect, he fooled the American, and that's why he was so mad that it turned out to be a man, and so he killed him in a fit of frenzy. But anyway, the question is, who has control over this serviceman when you have an agreement in place? And indeed, that's going to be a test in the Philippines, and that is something to study, because we have all sorts of examples now of more than 10 years of enhanced development, defense cooperation with the Philippines. All the time, the women's movements, for example, campaigned against the rape of the transvestite. Never mind if it is not real woman, the women's movement adopted him, and they turned it into a big campaign and so on. And the issue was, who has control of the serviceman? And indeed, the U.S. would not want to turn over the serviceman who had been accused of the murder of the prostitute. So you have all sorts of these examples that happen when you have an enhanced agreement. Now, an enhanced agreement can be the start of your problems, because as far as the U.S. is concerned, they still need basing. And they don't have basing all over the west of Africa. And the best place to do that would be Ghana. Why? Nigeria is too complicated. The rest of West Africa is French-speaking. They cannot operate there. If you go down to Namibia and others, it will be too far away. And it's also a bit complicated for the U.S. That's why Ghana is the best option. And indeed, you need to intensify and strengthen the movement if you want a free Ghana.